Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Manatee Local. Today's little how-to is about how to stay informed, this time by the League of Women Voters of Manatee County. The LWV is a great organization that believes in small d democracy. They're not a big D Democrat organization. They care about everyone having a voice, and that includes conservative voices. They want to encourage people to participate in our democracy. Now, some people like to say, we don't have a democracy, we have a republic, as if they fail to understand or grasp the idea that a republic is a representative democracy. We vote in a democratic way for representatives to represent us and make decisions about our interests, hopefully with the input of their constituency. That doesn't always happen, as we saw this week with the ALA. As expected, Commissioner Satcher moved to cut ties with the ALA. And, however you feel about the issue, one way or the other, it doesn't really matter. The process was wrong. Okay. There should be government based on evidence, fact finding. At the very least, some kind of cost benefit analysis should have been shown to show that, hey, there's actual harm from being tied to the ALA, or hey, there's a significant cost savings that we get from being members of the ALA. We should have had those facts before any decision was rendered. And in particular, Commissioner Cruz had just gotten done with putting out expanding citizen advisory boards, and Tammy Parrott, the library services manager, she suggested that the issue go before the library advisory board, which is a citizen advisory board. It's a cross section of the county, and it's just been recently expanded, and they got shut out again because the board did what it wanted to do for purposes that were not necessarily beneficial to the public. Uh, I would have liked to have seen more evidence of what any harm was, if there was, and I would have liked to have seen a cost benefit analysis to see if we were actually having significant benefits from being part of the ALA. But alas, we'll never know, because we don't like to do evidence-based governance around here, and hopefully we can change that this fall. And well, anyway, so if you don't have time to sit and listen to the YouTube videos, or attend in person, the League of Women Voters is watching and paying attention, and they will send you emails if you want, and sign up with the league to get the emails in your inbox that will give you a summary of the meetings. As you can see in my inbox, I've got the summary from the January 9th, 2024 County Commission regular meeting. They also pay attention to the school board meetings. So if you have an interest in what's happening in the school board, you can sign up and get summaries from the league about the school board meetings. But I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger right here. They observe the BOCC meetings. They have the links to the agenda and the meeting video. They give a quick rundown of what actually happened. So, like, for example, they have some citizen comments here. Glenn Gibolina asked why they didn't use a study regarding impact fees and the where's wetlands. Ken Piper requested a work session to discuss the walls plan for Occupy the Bay, and that's another story and another day. And Former Commissioner Joe McClash, he showed an application again about the Gabion walls that for Occupy the Bay that are basically another environmental disaster waiting to happen, because apparently Carlos Baruch really hates mangroves and letting nature do its job. But anyway, here we go. It tells you the commissioner responses and comments on citizen comments. There are more selected citizen comments, and that the consent agenda had passed. It tells you basically what had happened. We have a new utilities director. His name is Patrick Shea. We have approval of the legislative priorities and the MPO project priorities, and there's a number of issues here. Then we get to the agenda items, and there's some brief summary of all the discussions. One for Manatee Search and Rescue for the county to give them a little bit of support, the expansion of the citizen advisory boards. As you can imagine, most of the people up on the dais were not quite interested in having the citizens having more say in their own governance. Small d democracy, you know, that is the kind of thing that we would get more of if the citizens would be engaged. But there was a great comment by Shannon Keever, who's the communications director of Women's Voices of Southwest Florida, and and she's right. They're ignoring us. And it's hard to put your time and energy into an organization and then have the county commission completely ignore the work that you do and your recommendations, and for not even any substantial reason. The planning commission, for example, had voted against changing the wetland regulations, and what did the county commission do? They voted 6-1 to railroad the wetlands and give Carlos Bruf the permission to apply for a crazy wall that has no wetland buffer at all, because he figures, well, I'm not going to say. This is speculation. I can speculate that he probably figures that he'll get his way at the state. Okay. But anyway, so the other thing that Commissioner Cruz had brought up was the Citizens Academy, so that it's an 8-week hybrid educational program, once a week for 1.5 hours, that will teach people how things work in Manatee County. And I think it'll be enlightening. One of the reasons why I started paying attention to these issues was because I was tired of feeling like a tourist in my own hometown. And I think many of us are. We don't really know what's going on. And watching Fox or MSNBC or CNN is not going to keep you informed about what's happening locally and the damage that's being done to your environment and potentially to your drinking water and potentially to your pocketbook when we run out of capacity for water and then have to build pipes to connect over to Peace River. These are issues that we should be paying attention to, but unfortunately, many of us are not. Okay. And then there was number 69, the ALA issued. You can read that all here, but again, we should demand evidence-based governance. Okay, it shouldn't be governed by bad feelings or whatever some talking point from some organization outside of the county has generated to create some frenzy. We have to actually do cost benefits analysis here, and that's how we should be governing. So if you care about good governance and you want to keep up with this stuff but don't quite have the time to listen to everything going on, sign up for the league's mailbox, the mailing lists, and it's really just a valuable resource. They give you the good governance guidelines. They tell you how our county is succeeding or if they're failing. It's not always failing. Sometimes they quite often, and be fair, they do good work, but there are times when they really need some help. They even have a link here on how to phone or email the commissioners. You can join the league. They're non-partisan, and yeah, that's pretty good. They're a pretty good team. Anyway, this is a super handy resource. I'm going to go quickly over here. This was the website, the county commission meeting. Basically everything that I just got in email is also available on their website. Okay, and this is the league's vision, a democracy where every person has the desire, the right, the knowledge, and the confidence to participate. So that's what I'm trying to encourage here: participation and being informed, because what happens locally does really matter. Yeah, so sign up for the league. You can email info@lwvmanatee.org to contact them. And that's it. If you have any questions, please comment, subscribe if you can. I'm 3 subscribers away from being able to live stream town halls with my phone. Yeah, I would love to be able to live stream Commissioner Cruz's next town hall. And that's in about 10 days. It's on the 20th. So just get 3 more, please, and we'll be cooking with gas to live stream, and then you can stop seeing the stupid nag for that. All right. Thanks so much. Have a great day or night, whenever you watch this.